Hey everybody, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky to learn about Henry Clay at his home at Ashland. Located in the rolling bluegrass of Lexington, Kentucky, is a home that stands as a testament to some of the most important political battles in American history. This is Ashland, the estate of Henry Clay, the Great Compromiser. Henry Clay moved to Kentucky as a young man seeking opportunity in the new state. That move paid off as he quickly rose to prominence as a skilled lawyer and noted politician. By the age of 34, he had not only been elected to the United States House of Representatives, but was Speaker of the House, an unheard of achievement at that time. Clay's career in Congress would span decades, and his influence would be felt in nearly every major debate of the first half of the 19th century. He pushed his American system to stabilize the nation's economy, sponsored national roads and canals, and ran for president 3 times in 1824, 1832, and 1844. Although he was unsuccessful in winning the White House, his impact as the nation's greatest negotiator cannot be understated. Clay earned his famous nickname, the Great Compromiser, for his ability to bring together fiercely divided factions in Congress. He was the architect of 3 major agreements that held the young nation together during turbulent times leading up to the Civil War, and the cause of that turbulence was slavery. Henry Clay was a slave owner his entire life, yet also struggled with the morality of slavery and certainly didn't believe it was worth destroying the Union over it. In 1820, when tensions flared over whether new states added to the Union would allow slavery, Clay brokered a deal. Missouri entered as a slave state, Maine as a free state, and a dividing line was set for future territories. It was a fragile peace, the Missouri Compromise, but it cooled the first sectional fight over slavery, at least for a little while. Just 13 years later, another fight over slavery flared up, and this one was far more serious. During the nullification crisis, the state of South Carolina threatened to break away from the Union over high tariffs. Clay's arch rival, President Andrew Jackson, even threatened to raise a federal army and invade the state if they didn't follow the federal law. Clay, however, kept a cool head, and through a series of compromises, gradually reduced the tariff, calming tensions and ending the nation's first secession crisis. Yet one of Henry Clay's last and greatest acts came in the Compromise of 1850. When Texas joined the Union 5 years before, it had sparked a war with Mexico, a war that actually killed Clay's son, Henry Clay Jr. After the war, the United States acquired the massive Mexican cession, almost the entire modern southwestern United States. Once again, a fight broke out whether slavery should be allowed in these new territories. Clay negotiated another deal, passed in 5 parts that once again calmed tensions. California was admitted as a free state, and the slave trade was outlawed in Washington, D.C., both northern victories. Yet the South got the fugitive slave law strengthened and allowed the remaining new territories to decide the slavery question for themselves. It was another brilliant, if not temporary, compromise, a bandage over an old wound that would soon tear the nation apart. Yet Henry Clay would not see the Civil War. He died just 2 years later of tuberculosis at the age of 75. Clay had never been president, but he was so respected that he became the first person to ever lie in state in the United States Capitol Rotunda. After Henry Clay died, his home at Ashland was knocked down and rebuilt by his son in 1857. The new mansion was rebuilt on the same footprint as the old one, featuring almost the same layout, yet was modernized for that time period. Still, at Ashland, you can imagine what life was like for Henry Clay. The elegant parlors where he entertained his guests, the study where he drafted his speeches, and the grounds where he walked in deep thought, wondering how his next compromise might save the Union yet again. So come to Ashland in Lexington and learn about the Great Compromiser. It's one of the best places in Kentucky.